Hello everyone, myself Sowmya, Assistant Professor in CSE AIML Department, MLR Institute of Technology. In this video, we are going to discuss about smart contracts. So coming to the overview of this presentation covers what is a smart contract and what are the different features of smart contracts. So first of all, what is a smart contract? So we have a formal definition for smart contracts. Smart contracts are self-executing contracts with the terms of the agreement directly written into the code. So actually we have some parties here or nodes, right? So they made an agreement. So this agreement we are making it into a code, and when this code will be executed whenever some predefined conditions are true. So we are making a smart contract in such a way that the code will be executed whenever a certain condition is true, right? So whenever this condition is true, then only this code will be executed. So this is an automated process. Smart contract is an automatic execution process. Whenever some conditions, predefined conditions are true, then the code will be executed. So generally this term, the smart contract, generally it was introduced in 90s only, but after introducing this blockchain technology, the term got most popularity. And see, this is the diagrammatic representation or the definition of smart contract. So smart contract is nothing but it's a cryptographic box. We are considering it as a box. So for this box we have a key. So when this lock, we have a lock. So for this box we have a lock. So when this lock will be opened, so whenever I entered some key here, so the proper key, if this proper key is fine, then only the lock will be opened. In the same way, the smart contract also, whenever a proper condition is true, then only this code will be executed. Whenever you find a proper key, then only the lock will be opened. In the same way, the smart contract will be executed whenever a certain condition is true. So these are all automated process. So before going to the features of smart contract, we will consider example for smart contract. For example, the person A wants to buy a land from B. Then what person A will do? So he needs to check the documents of that land. He needs to take the document. He needs to go to different offices like registration office or MRO office, different offices, to check whether these documents are valid or not. After finding whether the document is valid or not, if the documents are valid, then A will be willing to buy the land from B. But for that also we have some process. A should transfer the amount to B. After completing the process, then B will transfer the authority to A, right? The documents will be transferred to A. So this is all the process, manual process, which will take some time. But I want to make the same thing using smart contracts. So in the smart contracts, what we are doing, we are writing a code. So what is this code actually? This code first initially check whether the document is valid or not. So a smart contract will check whether the B's land documents are valid or not. And what is the second condition? The second condition is whether A is having sufficient funds or not. To buy this land, A should transfer some funds to B. So the smart contract will check the second condition, whether A is having sufficient funds or not. If these two conditions are true, the land documents are valid and A is having sufficient amount to transfer, then the transfer will be done automatically. The amount will be transferred from A to B and the land documents will be transferred from B to A. So this is all automated process. The smart contract will be executed whenever these two conditions are true. What are these two conditions? The first condition is the document should be a valid document and A should have some amount, the correct amount, whatever the amount B is expecting from A, the amount is available with A or not. This is the second condition. If these two conditions are true, then automatically the transfer of amount as well as the transfer of documents will be done. So this is the best example for smart contracts. So next, features of smart contract. The first feature is a code execution. So we know the definition, in the definition itself, we know code execution is an automatic execution. Smart contract is actually a code that will be executed automatically whenever some conditions are true. So whenever you write the smart contract program, at that time only you will mention the conditions and the program also. What is the condition and what is the code you want to execute. Whenever this condition is true, this particular code will be executed. And next is decentralization. We know smart contracts are the programs which are operated in the blockchain technology. So that's why it will also follow the principle decentralization. Decentralization in the sense there is no central authority to monitor this smart contract. And next is trustless execution. So in the previous example, A and B are the two parties. who are involving in the landlord case, right? So in this case, A may not trust the person B and B may not trust the person A. So this is trustless execution. So the persons involved in the parties involved in the process may not trust each other, but both are trusting smart contracts. So smart contracts will perform trustless execution. And next is immutable. So once if I write the smart contract, if I deploy the smart contract onto the blockchain, I cannot modify the smart contract code. So that's why whenever you write a smart contract, you should be careful to write that smart contract. And next is use cases. We have so many use cases for this smart contracts. Just now we discussed one landlord application. So like that, we can use the smart contract in the finance, supply chain management, real estate and hospitals, education, wherever we want, we can apply these smart contracts in our daily life. So next is Ethereum and other platforms. So generally the smart contracts will be used in the Ethereum platform, but along with the Ethereum platform, we can also use the smart contracts in the smart chain, Cardano, Polkadot. We have some other platforms which supports this smart contract functionality. And along with these advantages, we also have some challenges for this smart contracts. So not only for smart contracts, for blockchain also we have some challenges. In the previous videos we have discussed about this. So in the same way, the smart contracts are having some challenges like security vulnerabilities in the code and potential legal and regulatory issues, right? And the need for scalability as blockchain network grow in popularity. So we know in the blockchain, every node will maintain the complete ledger copy. So here we will get the scalability issue. If it is a small scale application, then it's fine. But if it is a large scale application, then we cannot provide this space, so the sufficient space for the blockchain or smart contract. In the same way, it is also having some security vulnerabilities in the code. So while developing the code, while designing the code, you need to verify the code in such a way that no security vulnerability should occur to that code. So that is about smart contracts. So in this video, we discussed about what is a smart contract and what are the different features of smart contracts. Thank you.